patient at a Hubbard healthcare facility. Sultan Hanzu was sentenced to 9 months in prison. Prosecutors say Hanzu and another employee of Penny's Behavioral Health Care abused a 16-year-old male patient with autism, described as non-functioning. They say video evidence shows the teen was struck and thrown against a wall. And we'll have reaction from the boy's family. That's on 21 News at 11. A Mercer County woman was arraigned after another charge was filed for alleged actions during the January 6th.
That was my friend John in Youngstown. I don't know if you watched the video that I made earlier about, and he was interviewing him. That was him and his wife. Yeah, this guy, he put his hands on his child, but that was the guy, and I just caught a snippet of it because he called me up right after he texted me, and he texted me about it, and so he said we got a conviction because his son is really going through some trauma, and that was the short snippet clip of. And let me see if I can give another version of it. I'm gonna show you more pictures of it. And he's been trying to get a conviction for a long time, and he finally, and so that was one of the guys that put his hands on his son, and he's supposed to be in it, they ain't supposed to put their hands on him. So it was really a big thing. He just called me up, just texted me about. So I just told him I just got it. That was him. That was him in the blue. And his wife sat back there. But this is what the guy looked like. This is the one that put his hands on my friend's child. And but it's a warned man sentenced to 9 months for prison abusing a disabled patient in Hubbard nursing home. His name, they said there was video evidence that Hanzu, Honzu, repeatedly striking the patient, slamming him into the wall, throwing him into a bed, and verbally abusing him. So this is what he was doing to my friend son. I'm gonna show you my friend's son. This is Johnny. This is Johnny. This is what he looked like. He's autistic. This is John's son that I've been telling you about on my video. I took a picture, but it didn't come in really clear down there. He's 17 years old. He's about to be, probably within a few months, he's about to be 18. But the doctors believe he's like autistic and have bipolar. And I probably showed you a video of him, but that's what he looks like. But that's what he did. This guy abused him. He abused him in a home. And yeah, John was pissed. I mean, he was really mad about that, which rightfully so. Someone put your hands on, because there's a certain way you train to handle severely autistic patients without harming them and throwing them. And he's non-functioning. Basically, he can't really talk. He can say very few little words. But yeah, this is what you saw on the news. This is the one that did that. I want to put his face out there. And then there's another guy, and there's two more people is coming up on a trial. But this one, and then there's another trial of the other person who was involved with this case. They're going to be on. So he's going. I'm gonna see if I can get his point of view at 11 o'clock. So if you see this video, yeah, this is so if you have an autistic adult or child, watch who you really, like he was saying in the video, watch who you have take care of your person, and really, like he was saying, do your research, because some people, just like you do with the people who are elderly on a home, nursing home, and you find out they have beds, because this guy, he also, this was at a nursing home, so he did this at a nursing home too, so he was abusing patients at a nursing home. Then he abused my friend's son, Johnny. So, and they just went to court. In fact, he texted me today in fact, he sent me a text. But that's his son. And that's the one this is the guy that abused him. This is one, and he's like 19, 20 years old. And yeah, it was really something. But he just sent me the text about what happened on this case, so that you know I'm not lying. This is the case he sent me a text on. So yeah. And just like the text goes, the warned man sentenced to 9 months in prison for abusing a disabled patient in a Hubbard nursing home. Prosecutor says that it was video evidence on Hanzo repeatedly striking a patient, slamming into the wall, and throwing him into the bed, and verbally abusing him. So he was slamming him to the wall and striking him. But yeah, and I don't know, that will show you my friend John. So so you probably wonder who is this person you talking about? Well, that's John.
It aids you and it causes a lot of health concerns if you don't know how to handle it. I would tell you, have an outlet in your life. Like, I'm a motorcycle rider, so I would jump on a motorcycle and go for a ride. Make sure you have an outlet. I don't care what the outlet can be. There's no right or wrong outlet. If you're a painter, a writer, a reader, whatever it takes you to get that peace and calmness, do that.
Yeah, he just got off the news.
How someone go looking for the right provider and a right agency? What would you suggest them to do?
First thing, you're looking for the right provider. I would try to use word of mouth. I would try to find people that have providers and see what will work for them. And those using the best providers want to keep word of mouth. You can go on your website. There should be a website for your MRDD, your area, and there'll be different providers. You want to look at the compliance part of it. See what kind of complaints they have. Are they up to date? Do they have any complaints against them? And you want to interview them. You want them to meet your loved one. And if you don't feel comfortable, there's probably a reason why. Probably not a good fit. The best way I found out is word of mouth. Who had what provider? And like for example, if Sally had company A, and she said company A took care of a loved one and they had no issues and made sure they were always smiling. That's great. Sally had B, and B was negative. Then you know not to use negative use company B. So word of mouth is best, but you can also use the county board of MRDD. But if you have anybody, if you know anybody, that's what I said. Reach out to every individual. If there's not a group in your area that deal with autism, please reach out to me, and I will try to make sure that you get the right answer you need. But that county board, but word of mouth is the best way.
What is your
But yeah, that's my friend John I was telling you about. But yeah, that's his son that got abused by this guy, and he was one of the people. Then there was another person that left a black eye. So there was another case where another care provider gave him a black eye. So he told me today he's going after him today. He's going to prosecute him, and he's already sent it to the prosecutor's office and Warren and the Warren Police Department. But this is out of out of Warren today. So Warren investigating this. The ones going to prosecute. Then the second guy that was with him that was abusing Johnny. They didn't show his face, but his case coming up next week. And so there's another person. Then he's going after the people, going after the servers who hired them, and going after and he's taking them down left and right, and he got a strong case, and there's video evidence that the police have it and his lawyer have it. So this can land big, and it should be anybody in the future that, hey, if you're gonna be careful who you hire as staff. And now the people who hired this guy, all of a sudden they went out of business, but they got records of them because they thought they're gonna slide by. No, they ain't sliding. So the people, and he tried to tell them, and they would not communicate with him. They kept blowing him off. Hey, blah blah blah, and it's the one person who was like a house manager who oversees people. They wasn't really listening to John. They kind of blew him off and everything. So he's going after everybody, and I don't blame him, man, because it traumatized his son. His son's right now in another city. He had to go 30, 50 miles away and find another facility where professionals can train in his behavior. And he called me today and told me that everything's worked out fine, but he's still traumatized about what this knucklehead did, and then the other knucklehead. And that's why. And then you see what happened to my friend's face, where he got marked up. He's trying to restrain Johnny because he's acting out from the trauma from what this individual did. And they had him over in the worst part of the city. They had him in this group home John was telling me about, and it was not in the nuts, so he wasn't supposed to be there. But they had him in another had him in a group home that was supposed to be not too far from his house, which is this kind of like in a suburb area. They had him over in the city where the neighborhood was not so nice over there, and it's in Warren, Ohio. And the part of Warren that he was in was a lot of stuff going on, So yeah, so this is a video, but he got convicted today. He got 9 months in prison for abusing patients, and one of the patients was my friend's son. So you saw the video. So hope you if you know anybody's going through this, like John, you can email John. If you're in Ohio or neighboring states, he can probably tell you what to do because he's seeking help now. So I hope you guys like this video. It's a very informative video, and hopefully this will help out somebody who might be going through something similar to something what he's going through, because there's some people are getting abused in these nursing homes and they don't know it. There are people who are getting, whether they have mental problems, autistic, dementia, Alzheimer's. There's people going through stuff like this, and sometimes if you don't stay up on it as a friend or a family member, they can, especially if they're non-functional, autistic, or and they can't really express themselves. You need and really have a good discernment and listen, because some people don't have your best interests at heart. So I hope this information will help somebody, encourage somebody, and please, if you have somebody who's in a group home, check on them. In a nursing home, check on them. If they in some kind, do random children. They need to see your face. So that way they won't pull no crap on you. So that's the message of this video. So please, so you don't end up with some idiot like this abusing your loved one. Then he's about to do 9 months. If you don't, people who do this, if they don't want to do this type of work, don't get into it. I don't understand. Because if you do something stupid, think you're gonna get away with it. You're not. So he just found out the price. All right, then, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you share it, like it, subscribe, and just hopefully this can help out somebody, and who's going through this, and reach out to my friend John, and if you're going through this in your city and state, and he right now it's kind of busy, but he'll get back to you. So all right then, guys, you take it easy till next time. You guys be blessed.